Hello everybody, Fuzzfinger here, and welcome back to our series for the Warlords of Draenor Beta. And we've just started questing in the new introductory zone for level 90 players. At least that's what I believe this place is going to be. So we've got all these dead corpses on the floor with a quest indicator on them. But at the moment I can't quite see what it is I'm supposed to do. And that button doesn't do anything in here from what I can tell. So for now we're going to head on outside. And we've got some pointers on the map, which I think is some kind of new interface objective, because I haven't seen it before while playing the live game. And I think... oh, it's right, it's these cages, isn't it? Okay, so they show up on the map now. Very good. Very good. I guess we're going to have to collect some items of some kind in order to do whatever it is we need to do with those bodies that we saw. What's this? Just an item, okay. I thought I enabled auto loot yesterday, but apparently not, so we'll go ahead and do that again now. Whoa! Getting orcs sneaking down on us. So these are the... not the green skin orcs from the future, or from the present I should say, but the original orcs from the past. Hell screams, little cronies. Just going to swap that round. And it's a little bit strange playing with no add-ons. I'm just trying to get used to that, but I did try and download some, but I couldn't seem to get them to work at all. So I guess we'll have to wait for some proper beta add-ons or something. There's 2 sets of slaves to free in total, the other one's over here. So this definitely feels like more traditional questing now, which, you know, isn't a bad thing. You know what WoW is by this point in time. And while it's nice to get some variety, it's also expected to have some traditional points as well. Ah, right, that's how we set the huts on fire. Gotcha. Got a bit of a hay fever spell going on at the minute as well, so I'm trying not to sniffle and whatnot, but if you do hear any strange noises, that'll be it, and I apologise in advance for that. Right, so we've done one quest, and we've just got to slay a few more of these orcs. So that thing in the hut was just their corpses, wasn't it? Oh, right, that's definitely a new model. Looks pretty mean, kind of orc ogre type thing, doesn't it? And I like the way that when you highlight a creature now, or highlight an NPC, or even a PC, they sort of have this glow around them, signifying what they are. Just a nice little touch, I would say, isn't it, really? I've got to be honest. Excuse me. The monsters, I would say, are going down fairly quickly. Whether the gear I've got is of a higher level than is to be expected at this point, and it is only gear that is part of the pre-made template at level 500 or something. But I remember when you go into Cataclysm for the first time, or into Jade Forest, the monsters there, they need some kind of beating to die. And you can't really take on more than 2 at a time, but at the moment it looks like things have eased off a little bit, which is nice to see actually, because it made questing a bit of a slog, especially on ults and whatnot. If you want to make mobs challenging, then you don't necessarily have to give them a whole lot of health. There's other ways of doing it. Right, oh right, we've done all those quests now, so where are we going to hand in? If if we go on our map here, we can see we're going to head back to Khadgar, right in the heart of the jungle. What's it called? The Tanan jungle, or the Tanan jungle. Something along those lines, anyway. We're going to have to make our way through this onslaught of orcs. Ah, look, but here comes our party, and there's Khadgar. Looking a lot smaller than he did in Stormwind. But of course, he is only a temporary character in that location. I can see some kind of Sauron figure over there, staring at us. Mind your own business. Right then, so let's hand in here and see what we get next. Okay, so we're getting some decent rewards here. Replacing our starting gear. Let's go ahead and equip. Well, that's interesting. Where did that blue item go? It should be around here, shouldn't it? Ah, right, okay, it's going in our last bag. I'm sure it doesn't do that on live. I don't know if that's a new feature that's supposed to signify something. And we need to go ahead and equip our war axe also. Ooh, I had a mount that I didn't know existed. Grinning Reaver. Should we see what that is? I've not seen this before. Looks pretty good. Looks like a reskin of one of the AQ 40 mounts, which incidentally are some of my favourite mounts in the game. Speak with Ariok, then help him distract the Eye of Kilrog. And were we playing this properly, we'd learn our next couple of class skills for this quest. Once again, assuming that you are do the level 90 boost. I wonder if this is available if you don't do the level 90 boost normally. That's a good question, actually. I really don't know. Like I say, I've really tried to avoid as many spoilers as possible with this beta, and I've watched no videos, not read much about the content. I'm really trying to experience it for myself. And I'm not a big fan of escort quests, in all honesty. There needs to be some kind of indicator that this is active, because it's annoying not knowing. Yeah, escort quests are possibly one of my least favourite quests, mainly because a lot of you probably don't remember this, but there was an awful quest back in vanilla World of Warcraft called Jailbreak, and it was necessary in order to attune yourselves for Molten Core, if I remember correctly, and it was a nightmare. It took about an hour to do through a dungeon. The quest did with the escort itself, and if you failed, if your NPC died, you'd have to start from the very beginning. And trust me, I did fail and had to start again. And that's what's caused my hatred of these type of quests. Although fortunately Blizzard have learned not to make them anywhere near as annoying as that was back then. Right, so there should be a third orb. Where is this third orb? Maybe we just need to wait for it to spawn. I'll have a look for it. Ah, right, I thought it might have been bugged because there's this dude here with blood or something squirting out of him. But it actually turns out it's right up here, so how in the world do we get to that? That's the question of the day, I would say, so let's mount up and go exploring, I guess. We're looking for some steps, and steps we have found. Oh, we get another cutscene here. And there are those new spanking model orcs. I'm guessing there's going to be some voice acting that's just not available yet. To To be honest, I suspect there's going to be quite a bit in the way of cutscenes and story that hasn't yet been implemented. And for turning, we are heading all the way back to where we came from. I do actually like this new interface. Most of the changes are fairly subtle, but I like the way that things change colour when you mouse over them. The quest is really built into the map, and you have all these other bits and bobs on the mini-map that weren't there before. Let's see what Khadgar's got to say for himself. Ah, right, okay, I didn't actually know that dude that's following us around was dead, to be honest. Maybe either I missed it, or there's a lack of cutscene to show us at the moment. And we're following Khadgar. We must deal with the bridge. Fair enough, we don't want any of those nasty orcs following us, do we? Good thinking, Khadgar. Now, what's going on here, eh? This is our next quest hub. There's lots of people around, so I suspect it may very well be. Use the Frost Flurry focus near the Ring of Fire in Khadgar Proving Grounds to free Exarch Maladar. And we get a nice chest reward for that. So we're going to head on over here. This must be the Proving Grounds. Oh, look at that nasty thing. And I'm guessing it's through this fire here, isn't it? It's where we need to be heading off to. I've got to be honest, I was not looking forward to the stat squish. I loved the big numbers that showed up all the time, and like having 500k health and all that. But now that it's here, it's not actually bothering me at all. I've got to be honest, it really isn't. So I'm quite happy about that. I might do some videos as well in the future, while the beta's going on soloing instances, because apparently it's still going to be possible to do so even with the stat squish. And that's with the normalisation between expansion packs. A lot of people think, yeah, of course it would be the same, because the instances are squished as much as you're squished. But that doesn't necessarily work, because you no longer have a big gap in item level, or a big gap in gear level between the end of one expansion and the start of the other, which is really what made soloing what it was of those raids. But Blizzard said they've sorted that, so we'll test it and see. I know a lot of you like to collect your transmog sets, and although I'm not like religious about it, I do like to get them sometimes as well. So it is important to me. And we've got quite a big quest here with a nice 17,000 experience. Survive Khadgar Arena. I'm liking this little, like, very small quest hubs and then you move on type thing. I'm guessing it's not going to be the same throughout the entire expansion. This really is only the introductory questing zone, but it'd be interesting to see exactly how it continues on like this. Got a massive arena here. I've got a feeling this is going to be used for something other than whatever this quest is right now. Here comes Khadgar Bladefish. Well, he teleports his minions in first. We've got to slay 100 combatants. Ah, good. We don't even have to tag a monster or an NPC to get the credit for it. So 100's quite a big number, but it doesn't look like this is going to take too long after all. One of those down there, I think. I'm not going to mess about with my key bindings at the minute, that's just effort that I'm not interested in doing. Wow. Divine Storm doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. Although that's probably just the stat squish. It's messing up my mind, to be honest. So it'd be interesting if we have to fight this massive Khadgar Blade Fist fella. I'm assuming he's going to be massive. Was it one of those weird ogre things we saw? Not ogre, sorry, orc things. For the new model. Oh, who? There he is, look. Hey, only got to 99. Oh, there we go, look, 100. I thought it was going to bug out on me then. Wouldn't have surprised me, in all honesty. As annoying as it would have been. So far, I haven't encountered a whole lot of bugs in the terms of questing that's, like, locked us out, because in Mr. Pandaria I did the beta, and it happened all the time. You could quest for 10 minutes, and then you'd find a game-breaking bug that would stop you from continuing, and then had to wait for a patch to come out to fix it before you could go on again. Although, only about actually like 25 minutes in or so, it's early days, isn't it? Oh, so we're getting sealed in. Ready for turning. Ah, we're going to have portals here. Let's go and scout the cave, shall we? Tell you what, folks, we'll finish off here today. I think that's enough questing for one video. But we'll pick up next time, so please do join me as we continue on here in the Umbral Mines. Interesting place by the looks of things, and there's portals of some kind, so it'd be nice to know what they do. Capital cities, perhaps? Or am I just thinking too far ahead there? Please do come back and join me. If this video has been enjoyable to you, then do go ahead and like it, as well as post a comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. That will keep you updated with future episodes as I release them. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, and I'll see you next time, guys, for more Warlords of Draenor.